Welcome to this episode of the Common Sense Skeptic, one that's going to be a little different in that it includes a call to action based on the facts it contains and is of a time-sensitive nature. As we have been producing our latest Musk series called Early Warning Signs and have dissected the history of the earliest days at Tesla, it has become more and more obvious how little Musk actually contributed to the overall process, development of, and even success of the company. Simultaneously, Musk has continued to make a spectacle of himself as federal politics have become his latest focus of attention. Here are the facts about Musk at Tesla in the early days. He did not found the company. He did not fund the company for the first 2 years of the partnership. He was not the visionary behind the company's flagship product. And his extreme jealousy of the actual founders and the true visionary of the Roadster eventually forced both founding partners out of their own company. 3 years ago, we produced a fake news article as an April Fool's joke, where on top of having some fun at Musk's expense, we also outlined a process by which Elon Musk and Robin Denholm could be forced out of the company and their respective executive positions returned to Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. 3 years ago, that was a joke. But today, what is happening at Tesla is no longer funny. And with the Tesla AGM coming up in June, it's time now to consider making that change a reality, with a deadline for submissions looming. So, we are starting a grassroots campaign to immediately nominate Martin Eberhard for the CEO position and Mark Tarpenning as the chair of Tesla Incorporated for election at the upcoming June 2025 AGM, to replace the absentee CEO Elon Musk and the feckless current chair Robin Denholm. What follows is the basis for that nomination, based on the 2009 legal filing Eberhard submitted against Musk, as well as clips from that interview of the two men in 2019 that we have used for the Early Warning Signs episode. A lot of defensive Musk fanboys who believe he walks on water would happily tell you that Musk took the company as it was and turned it into an international automaker all according to his own plan. That is simply not the case. The roadmap for Tesla's progress, starting with the Roadster luxury sports car, creating the Model S sedan, then continuing on to the economy model, Model 3, and the Model Y SUV, was not Musk's doing as he claims. All of this was written into the company's original business plan and in the 2009 court document. As Mark Tarpenning recalls the reason why he left Tesla, he states with clarity that the Model S was already conceptualized.
When I left Tesla, the Roadster was essentially finished, and we were reassigning all of the engineers to the new sedan project, which we'd been working on in a small level for the previous year or so. And as the engineers would come off the design team for the Roadster, we were shifting over to the Model S. And I looked at that, and I had 3 little kids at home, and I'd been doing nothing but Tesla for 5 years, and I thought it's going to be another 5 years, and Martin wasn't there anymore, it wasn't as much fun, and I thought, yeah, it's time to leave.
Musk, with his attempts to appropriate Eberhard's legacy, would like his followers to believe that it was him that brought the Roadster into being and fixed all the major issues with the car that he blamed on Eberhard. But that account is inconsistent with the dates laid out. Martin Eberhard was removed from Tesla at the end of November 2007. The first Tesla Roadster was delivered to Musk in February of 2008, and that had to come from Lotus in the UK. Hardly enough time to fix any major issues, which means the Roadster was likely already ready to go before Eberhard got turfed. Opponents to bringing the pair back might also argue that they've been gone from the company too long and wouldn't know where to begin. To that, we would argue back that right now on the board, there is not one person with any previous automotive manufacturing experience. And the useless chair of the board, Robin Denholm, is a former telecom CFO who has done nothing while chair other than the bidding of Musk to rake in generational wealth. And of course, the board includes Kimball Musk, whose greatest accomplishment in life is riding the coattails of his older brother. Eberhard and Tarpenning, on the other hand, are accomplished electrical and computer engineers that built the industry standard for the automotive battery packs using cylindrical cells that are still in use today.
How to mount the cells, how to cool them. We invented this cooling tube that went through them. So we had to invent a lot of stuff, and there was a lot of trial and error. Trying different kinds of glues to make the cooling system work, inventing different kinds of cooling tubes, different kinds of insulation. Everything had to be invented from scratch. There was no state of the art. Nobody had ever considered taking nearly 7,000 cells and putting them all together into a battery pack. Nobody had ever done that at all. It was insane when we described it to people. So today, all of the battery management systems in every electric car today is based on that work, all of them.
These two men, started the electrical vehicle revolution based on lithium-ion battery tech after the initial rebirth of electric cars like the GM EV1 based on lead-acid batteries failed to take off. The car they designed together changed the face of EVs forever. Other than his constant interference and racking up additional cost, Musk had almost nothing to do with it, or the Model S, or even the Model 3 or Y. All were accounted for in the original business plan that Musk tried to take credit for in his Master Plan Part 1 of 2006, while Eberhard was still CEO. In fact, Musk has stated in tweets that this was his idea dating back as far as 1992, as he did in this tweet from August of 2021. This whole build-out was actually included in the partner's original pitch to him in 2004.
Original business plan we wrote for Tesla, we described in great detail the Tesla Roadster, and we said, once this car is successful, the next car we should make is either a large SUV, an expensive SUV, or a large sedan. Once that's successful, the next car would be down market, a sedan for smaller size markets. So it is more or less following what we predicted. I mean, not in the details, but in the big picture, it's exactly what we thought should be done.
And the current troubles at Tesla really begin where that roadmap ended. Musk's contribution to the Tesla lineup are the poorly received Cybertruck, the semi that drivers apparently hate to drive, the Robotaxi or Cybercab, which is simply shockingly bad, and the Robovan, a barely functional movie prop that high-centered and broke down at the unveil. Oh, and the Roadster 2, that Musk tried to use to usurp Martin Eberhard's original groundbreaking design. You know, those cars that Musk took $250,000 deposits for 8 years ago, never delivered, and likely will never deliver. As you know, lately, Musk is nowhere to be found if you're looking for him at Tesla. He's not just an absentee CEO, he has completely checked out for his new public role as the most hated, unelected politician in the US. So now would be a great time to correct that grievous error made in November 2007 and bring back the two key people who started the company to now save the company from a man hell-bent on destroying his only publicly traded corporation while he continues to burn his personal reputation to the ground. Accordingly, we are calling on Tesla shareholders to immediately, before time expires, nominate Martin Eberhard for the Tesla Chief Executive Officer, to nominate Mark Tarpenning as chair of the board, and to oust every other sitting member of the board for being the absolutely sycophantic rubber stamps and useful idiots that have allowed Elon Musk to abuse this company and its shareholders for his own personal benefit and entertainment. Whether shareholders acknowledge this or not, that is the basis of the Delaware decision that cost Musk his compensation package. This video is not tongue-in-cheek. It is no longer an April Fool's joke. This is now a call to action, in the hopes that word reaches the two founders and they accept their respective nominations in time. We looked it up. To add their names to the ballot, we need to attract shareholders holding a combined 3% of the outstanding shares. Details for submission can be found in the Tesla bylaws that were changed in 2023 at section 2.15. Let's see if we can get this done. Nominate Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning for election at the June 2025 Tesla AGM. And please share this video throughout your social media networks until both their names appear on the ballot.